Yeah, Mark Donegan, self-healing practitioner, educator. Yeah, I know the rocks are no good for me. One of us has got to stop that. Anyway, statement of life. Since I just had my life threatened again by a half dozen people last night, second time in 2 weeks, I thought I should get on here and put a statement of life on before one of these guys, people, actually fulfill their little pledge that they keep putting in my face. Uh, but there brings the endurance because I've been dealing with this for 9 years. People coming to my door, knocking on my door. As soon as I open it, step on out, let's fight. Threatening my life. Every time I call the cops, they're like, "What do you mean threatening your life?" I mean, when somebody calls you outside to beat your ass and you're a disabled person, 61 years old, and these people are 20 years younger than you, they're threatening to kill you. Um, so, endurance. And also the body, the self healing, my body, endurance came up yesterday at market once again because it's so freaking hard. Um, but again, I was thinking about David Goggins. Um, and I don't want to put David down, but David's got his own little world. Endurance, you can't push through some things. David Goggins is just dead freaking wrong. I was thinking yesterday because my older brother was a Navy SEAL for 20 years, just like David. He was a generation ahead of David. So he was an elder, right? And I learned my lessons from him. And one of the things that happened to my older brother in his Navy SEAL years was both his hips, both his knees also wore out, and they had to be replaced. But his hips had to be replaced twice in his poor little lifetime that's now over. Um, so again, people like David Goggins are very lucky that they're able to push and have that endurance and push through things because they're what happened to my older little brother and his little hips. Again, they had to be replaced twice. Because he had that same mindset as David Goggins and thought he could go out there and burn through his pain like the Navy SEAL way. Well, what happened was he burned his hips out, the replacement ones, the first ones. And like the doctors are like, "You dumbass, what's wrong with your mental thinking?" So they gave him a second set of hips and they told him, "You got a little clicker on here. It tells you how many times you move your hips." And I'm talking to my older brother going, "I can't believe it. You mean they you're restricted. You got a little clicker and you can't move your legs more times than that because it tells you exactly when your hips wear out." And he's like, "Yes, brother." And I'm like, "Oh my God. And what are you going to do?" And he's like, "I'm going to burn it to the edge." And I'm like, "You crazy SOB." Because now that he's dead and I saw the process, it did him no good to push those legs and those hips through all that pain that he did. And he did do it. He swam miles and miles and miles out in the ocean trying to defeat cancer, which again was another futile effort because you can't just go out in the ocean and swim forever and abuse your body and beat things like cancer. So again, the David Goggins way does not work. Um, endurance. I know about endurance. Maybe not like David does. I'm not claiming that, those people, they have it, they're at a different level than me. Again, my older brother taught me, and I took a different path to a different level because I saw that one didn't work. And you have to have softness in yourself to get through some of the hardest things ever. And sure, maybe I don't have the composure that they have because of their mental mindset. I was thinking about that earlier. I really don't. But at the same time, because of my willingness to have compassion for myself and others, I can do things they can't with my own body, even. And that is the endurance that I'm talking about. Beyond the, I can push through this thing, the place where you've done all of that and you come neutral and you ask for help. I mean, some people would call that asking help for God. I don't, because I've been in that place so many times that you don't even put a name to it. You're just crying for help from the universe. And that's endurance. That's what'll get you through your body stuff not pushing through the pain, just living through it to a better place. And it's also the endurance I'm going to need to get through these asshole people that keep threatening my life here. However longer it takes me to get out of this place, the pressure is just going to increase because I'm not going to back off and they're not going to back off. And that's just the way of it. And that's called endurance. And those people threatening my life last night emotionally crushed me so much that it took so much energy out of me that I was down today harder than any day I've been down for my physical self because my body's gearing up to fight for my life every time I open that door, every day that I wake up, that I live in this place. Because again, half dozen assholes, drunken, drugged out, stupid ass, middle life adult parents that use their children to come to my door and fuck with me and then pop out of fucking nowhere and try to beat my ass. That shit, it's just not going to happen. Had my ass beat here before, and it's not going to fucking happen. Somebody's going to get hurt. So that's my statement of life. It's like the Clint Eastwood, statement of life and death. This is it. And it's been that way here, again, for 9 fucking years. Almost everybody in this town knows about it. Not everybody, because I don't tell everybody in this town, but the sheriff's office knows about it. Damn near every sheriff's deputy knows about it. They've been here. Every time they come, these people scatter like cockroaches, and they get inside their house, and they got their little argument. Oh, he's being mean to kids. I'm so freaking tired of that. We done been to court over this before. Keep your freaking kids away from me. Watch your freaking children, and I won't have to keep calling CPS on your ass. And I won't have to keep calling the sheriff. So again, another statement of life. I will call the sheriff. I will let them figure it out, whether they think I'm wrong or not. I don't care what these people tell the sheriff's deputies. They weren't there when these things happened. Same thing for that guy that knocked on my door last night and threatened my life. He was not there when these things happened. I don't even know who that guy was. He popped out of frickin' nowhere. That's my life. Step inside my house. I will take their freaking life. So, anyways, yeah, that's it. That's the endurance that I got. That's the life that I got. Not just the injuries and the illnesses that I deal with, but where I live for 9 freaking years. People threatening my freaking life because they're asshole parents, and I let them know about it. And I'm going to keep letting people know about it. There will be no darkness in my life. So when somebody freaking dies, and when this gets read back in court, again, my statement of life, I let everybody freaking know. Sheriff's office, I've even called the newspaper, so the newspaper reporter knows, the county supervisor knows, anybody else needs to know. So anyways, yeah, I'm sort of amped, and I need to just chill back down and get another good night's sleep because they dusted my energy.